There are moments in life when you feel the need to explain yourself, to prove that your intentions are pure, to convince others that you are not who they assume you to be. But have you ever noticed something strange? No matter how much you explain, no matter how honest, clear, and open you are, some people still twist your words. They still doubt you. They still find a reason to misunderstand you. That is not normal. That is spiritual. Because, my dear listener, you are not dealing with a person. You are dealing with a spirit working through a person. Some people are vessels of light. Others are vessels of deception. And some are completely taken over by spirits that do not seek truth, but only seek to drain, confuse, and control. You must understand that in this world, there are those who carry divine wisdom, and those who carry the whispers of darkness. And when darkness speaks through a person, its goal is never to understand you, it is to weaken you. So today I will tell you how to break free, how to stop explaining yourself to those who were never meant to understand you. I will give you 6 undeniable truths that, once you understand, will set you free from this exhausting cycle. It does not matter what you say. It does not matter how clearly you explain yourself. Some people have already judged you, not because of the truth, but because their spirit rejects you. Why? Because the light in you disturbs the darkness in them. When someone carries a spirit of jealousy, deceit, or arrogance, your existence itself is offensive to them. Your faith, your peace, your confidence, it bothers them. So they attack it, not always with open hate, but with subtle questions, little doubts, and endless accusations. And when you try to explain yourself to them, you are feeding the very spirit that wants to destroy you. Jesus never ran after those who doubted him. He never begged anyone to understand him. He simply walked in truth, and those meant to see the truth saw it. Those who were blind, they remained blind. Why do they keep questioning you? Why do they always need more explanations, more proof, more justifications? Because they do not seek understanding. They seek your energy. Demons drain. They do not create, they consume. And they consume through endless arguments, constant drama, and emotional manipulation. The moment you explain yourself, they take a little piece of your energy. You leave the conversation feeling weak, tired, confused, while they walk away feeling powerful. The more you explain, the weaker you become. The more you argue, the more they control you. So stop. The game ends when you refuse to play. Demons love noise. They thrive in confusion. They manipulate through words, twisting them, stretching them, turning them into weapons against you. But what happens when you stop speaking? What happens when you refuse to defend yourself? When you stop explaining your every move? They panic. Your silence is a weapon they cannot fight. When you stop responding, they lose control. They do not know what you are thinking. They do not know how to manipulate you. They do not know how to twist your words, because you have given them nothing to twist. Silence forces demons to reveal themselves. because when you stop feeding them, they grow desperate. And in their desperation, their true nature is exposed. Your wisdom is sacred. Your thoughts, your experiences, your spiritual growth, these are not meant for everyone. Be selective with who you share your truth with. Jesus himself said, "Do not cast your pearls before swine." Some people will take your most valuable words and trample on them. They will twist your truth, laugh at your wisdom, and use your own words against you. Why? Because they were never meant to receive it. The truth is not for everyone, and that is okay. You were not sent to convince the blind to see. You were sent to walk in the light and allow those meant to see to find their way. When you stop justifying yourself, something incredible happens. You become a mystery. You become untouchable. People who once manipulated you no longer know how to reach you. Those who drained you no longer have access to your energy. They will try to provoke you. They will try to push you into an argument. They will try to make you react. But when you refuse to engage, they lose all power over you. And that terrifies them. Because the only way demons can control you is if they can pull you in. And when you stop explaining, you are no longer within their reach. You were not created to explain yourself to every person who questions you. You were created for a purpose. And your purpose is not to be understood by everyone. It is to walk in your divine calling, no matter who doubts you. When you are too busy defending yourself, you are not moving forward. You are stuck in a cycle of proving, convincing, explaining, while your destiny waits for you to step into it. Let them misunderstand you. Let them talk. Let them accuse. Your job is not to be understood. Your job is to walk in truth. And those who are meant to see the truth, they will see it, without you ever needing to explain a single thing. Demons understand silence better than words. They thrive on noise. Arguments, explanations, emotional outbursts. They manipulate conversations, twist meanings, and provoke reactions. But when you go silent, that terrifies them. Why? Because silence is something they cannot control. When you engage with a person being used by a dark spirit, you might think you're having a normal discussion, but you're actually stepping into a battlefield. Every word you speak becomes a tool for them to twist and use against you. They will pretend they don't understand, pretend they need more explanations, pretend they are just asking craps. But in reality, they are setting traps, waiting for you to say something they can use. But what happens when you say nothing? Suddenly they lose power, they panic, they try harder to provoke you, to pull you back into the argument. They need your reaction because your reaction is their food. It gives them energy, control, and influence over you. Without it, they starve. Silence forces demons to reveal themselves. When you stop explaining, stop justifying, stop reacting, they get desperate. They expose their real intentions. Watch closely. When you refuse to argue, they don't walk away peacefully. Instead, they get louder, more aggressive, more irrational. This is because the spirit working through them is being starved. Jesus himself used silence as a weapon. When accused, he did not beg for understanding. When tested, he did not engage in endless debates. He knew the truth did not need defending, and those meant to see the truth would see it. So, the next time someone pushes you, questions your every move, demands explanations for things that do not concern them, pause. Be still. Let your silence speak louder than any defense you could ever give. Because demons can argue with your words, but they cannot fight your silence. Some people are not people. They are puppets. They walk, they talk, they argue, but they are not fully in control of themselves. They are moved by forces they do not understand, driven by whispers they do not hear, and influenced by a darkness they cannot see. You have met them before. The ones who always twist your words, the ones who seem determined to misunderstand you, no matter how clear you are. The ones who pretend to be your friend but subtly plant doubts in your mind. The ones who drain you, exhaust you, and leave you feeling empty after every conversation. You might think, why do they do this? The truth is, many of them do not even know. They believe they are acting on their own thoughts, but in reality they are simply vessels, puppets being moved by something unseen. Spirits of confusion, jealousy, deception, and manipulation work through them. And the most dangerous part? They think these thoughts are their own. This is why you must stop explaining yourself to them. You are not speaking to the person, you are speaking to the spirit that controls them. And spirits do not listen to reason. They do not seek truth. They seek to trap you in a cycle of frustration, self-doubt, and endless justification. Have you ever noticed how, no matter how well you explain yourself, certain people still refuse to understand you? It is because their mind is already made up, not by them, but by the forces that influence them. They are not here to listen. They are here to test you, distract you, and pull you away from your purpose. So what do? You step away. You disengage. You stop offering explanations, because explanations are wasted on those who have already decided against you. The moment you recognize who you are dealing with, you free yourself from the trap. The world is filled with people who are spiritually asleep, unaware of the battle happening around them. But you are awake, you see, and because you see, you must move differently. Let them talk, let them assume, let them misunderstand. Their strings are being pulled, but yours are not. You are free. Stay that way. Explaining yourself is not just a conversation. It is a spiritual transaction. Every time you justify yourself to someone who refuses to understand, you are giving away something valuable. Your peace, your energy, your clarity. It all becomes part of the exchange. But what do you get in return? Nothing. Only more confusion, more frustration, and more exhaustion. Think about it. Have you ever walked away from an argument feeling completely drained, as if a piece of you was taken? That is because something was taken. When you engage with spirits of doubt, manipulation, and deception, they do not seek understanding, they seek to consume. They feed off of your reactions, your emotions, and your desperate need to be understood. This is why certain people never seem satisfied, no matter how much you explain. They keep asking more questions, twisting your words, creating new doubts. It is never about understanding. It is about keeping you engaged, making you pour out your energy until you are spiritually exhausted. But here is the truth. You do not owe anyone an explanation for your path, your faith, or your calling. When you explain yourself to the wrong people, you are placing your truth in the hands of those who will never value it. You are allowing them to take something sacred from you, and once you give it away, it is difficult to take back. So what should you do? Stop explaining, stop defending, stop trying to prove yourself to those who were never meant to understand you. When you stop engaging in these spiritual transactions, you will notice something incredible. Your mind becomes clearer, your energy becomes stronger, and your spirit becomes unshakable. Your truth does not need validation from those who are spiritually blind. Walk in your purpose. Let them think what they want. Let them question. Let them assume. The only people who matter are the ones meant to see the truth, and they will see it without you ever needing to explain a thing. Darkness cannot survive without your reaction. It needs you. It feeds on your emotions, your frustration, your constant need to be understood. Without your energy, without your engagement, darkness begins to wither. Have you ever noticed how certain people thrive on conflict? How they push your buttons, stir up drama, and create problems where none exist? They question your character, twist your words, and make you feel like you have to defend yourself. But the moment you stop reacting, that's because darkness has no life of its own. It is a parasite. It latches onto you, using your own emotions as fuel. The more you argue, the more it grows. The more you explain, the stronger it becomes. But the moment you withhold your reaction, the entire system collapses. This is why some people become angry or desperate when you refuse to engage. They need you to react. They need you to feed them. When you cut off that supply, they have nothing left. Watch closely when you remain calm, when you do not justify yourself, when you simply exist without bending to their chaos. They start to unravel. The enemy cannot fight what does not fight back. It cannot destroy what does not participate in its destruction. This is why Jesus did not waste time arguing with his accusers. He understood that truth does not beg to be believed. Those who have ears to hear will hear. Those who have eyes to see will see. And those who are blinded by darkness, no amount of explaining will change them. So why waste your energy? Why keep giving your power away? The next time someone provokes you, accuses you, or tries to drag you into unnecessary battles, remember this: every reaction is a gift, and you get to decide who receives it. Give nothing to darkness. and watch how quickly it disappears. Your purpose is greater than their approval. You were not created to be liked, to be understood, or to fit into the mold of others' expectations. You were created for something higher, a divine mission that does not require validation from those who do not see the bigger picture. Yet so many people waste years, decades, seeking approval from those who were never meant to approve of them. They explain, defend, and shrink themselves just to fit into a world that was never designed to embrace them. But here's the truth. Not everyone is meant to understand your journey, and that is perfectly fine. Look at every great prophet, every messenger, every chosen soul. Were they always accepted? No. Were they always believed? No. Many were rejected, mocked, doubted, even by their own families. But did that stop them? Absolutely not, because they understood something crucial. When God gives you a purpose, the opinions of others become irrelevant. Approval is a trap. It keeps you looking sideways instead of forward. It keeps you focused on them instead of Him. And the more you seek validation, the more power you give away, because suddenly your peace depends on whether others accept you. But what happens when you stop seeking approval? You become unstoppable. The enemy uses people's opinions to weaken you, to plant doubt, to make you second-guess your calling. The moment you start questioning yourself, you slow down. You hesitate. You start explaining yourself, defending yourself, when in reality your mission does not require a single explanation. The most powerful people are not the ones everyone understands. They are the ones who keep moving even when they are misunderstood. They do not wait for permission to fulfill their destiny. They do not waste time convincing people who will never see their vision. So today I tell you, walk boldly. Let them talk, let them doubt, let them reject you. It does not change what God has planned. Your purpose is not up for debate. It is not something to be voted on. It is yours, given to you by the Most High. And those who are meant to walk with you, they will recognize it without you ever needing to explain. Stop seeking approval, start walking in purpose, and watch how everything shifts. So now you have a choice. You can keep explaining yourself to people who were never meant to understand you, or you can step into your divine calling with confidence. You can waste energy trying to prove your worth, or you can know your worth and let your purpose speak for itself. Let them misunderstand you. Let them doubt you. Let them talk, but never let them distract you. Your path is set. Your mission is clear. And the only approval that matters is from the one who created you. If this message resonated with you, if you felt that shift in your spirit, then you already know this was meant for you. Do not just hear it, live it. Walk in your purpose, protect your peace, and never explain yourself to darkness. If you found value in this, support the journey by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and sharing it with someone who needs to hear it. Let's continue spreading the truth, awakening souls, and strengthening our spirits together. This is Soul Scriptures. Stay blessed, stay aware, and stay unshakable. I'll see you in the next one.